Don't play foolish. Don't play funny. Play it smart and you'll win the money on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much, and welcome to Card Sharks. Nice to have you here. Thank you. You're very kind. And our thanks to Chuck Morton of San Patricio, Texas, for that opening poem. Thank you, Chuck. Now let's get to the cards. And ladies, if you will, start loading in the cards. You can see we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Peggy Dubois, our champion. Hi, Peggy.
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
And you're studying dietetics, yes? Are we eating better or worse in this time of our lives than our grandparents and our parents used to? We eating better or what?
Worse.
Worse. Why worse?
Because there's so many food additives and that sort of thing that they didn't have to deal with. And everything was more naturally grown then.
Ah, well, you can afford a lot more good foods now because you've won $5,000 in cash here, right, Peg? Doing very well. Our challenger, Barney Brody. Hi, Barney.
Hi, Jim.
And we met you yesterday, so won't you again remind us about yourself?
Yes, I'm Barney Brody. I'm 68 years young. I do dancing as a hobby.
Dancing?
Yes, dancing, all types of dancing. My wife and I give exhibitions. We teach at senior citizen clubs and things like that.
Could you show us a little bit about how, is that possible?
Show a little disco?
Could you? Disco? Oh, terrific. Could you do that? Come here.
Can I show you, or?
No, turn it. Oh, we want the country to see. What?
Well, we can, alone I can only do a basic step,
okay.
See? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
You want to cha-cha-cha back over there, Barney? Thank you very much. That was nice. Thank you, Barney. Okay. Cards have been shuffled. Players cut them. Peggy, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards, and Barney, the challenger, plays the lower cards, the blue deck. And right now, you can see that Peggy needs 2 cards for the first game of the second game of the match, excuse me, and Barney needs 1. We do play the best 2 out of 3. Barney won game number 1, and we're at sudden death, so someone's going to win game 2 with this play of the cards. And Peggy, as we left off, the question goes to you. Peggy, we asked 100 single women. Have you ever thought about an ex-boyfriend and then said to yourself, what did I ever see in him? How many women admitted that they've thought that?
I think quite a few women have thought that because you go through changes as you get older. So I'll say 60.
60. 60 single women have thought about an ex-boyfriend and said, what did I see in him?
I don't agree. I think some of them have fond memories of their past boyfriends. I'd say it's lower.
Lower. Well, if it is lower, you'll get to play your cards first. If not, it'll be Peggy. And the actual number of single women who've thought, what did I ever see in him, is 85. Not lower. Peggy. Peggy, you've got a 9. You need 2 cards. Barney also has a 9. He needs 1. You've got control. Do you want to play it or pass it?
I'll have to play it.
You're going to play it yourself?
Yes.
Do you want to play with the 9?
Please change that card.
You won the question. You have the right to change it. This is a big change for the champion. Oh, an ace, a great card. Remember, 1 mistake. Lower. 1 mistake, and Barney wins it, but if you can get them both, you've tied up the match. She says lower. And she's right with a 4.
Higher.
Higher to tie up the match. Yes, we got a tie. Each player with 1 game and $100, and we will set up for the tiebreaker. Same 2 decks of cards, and we'll deal out just 3 cards up there and 3 questions here. Someone gets a crack at the money cards, and this will decide it. Barney, we asked 100 married women. When your husband bought your wedding ring, was he cheap? How many married women said, yeah, he was cheap?
That's a good question. A lot of times when they get married, they don't have too much money, so they don't spend too much money on a wedding ring. I'd say that's about 53.
53 said, yeah, he was cheap when he bought the wedding ring, Peggy.
You can't give value to a ring. There's too much sentimentality there. It's definitely lower.
Lower. The actual number of women who said their husband was cheap when he bought their wedding ring is 27. Peggy, you're right. It is lower. And Peggy, you're starting with, another ace.
Good card. Lower.
Lower than an ace. Yes, a 9.
I'll freeze.
You'll freeze it, and Peggy needs 1 card for the championship. Peggy, We asked 100 people, for $100, would you spend the night in a house that everyone thought was haunted? How many people said they would?
I think quite a few people would. That's such a fallacy that a house could be haunted. I'll say 82.
82 would spend the night in a house that everyone thought was haunted for $100.
For $100, everybody would stay there for 82. Well, let's see. That's a little bit lower than that.
Lower.
A little bit lower.
You think a lot more people would say, oh no.
Yeah, a little bit
The actual number of people who for $100 would spend the night in a haunted house is 60. Barney, you're right. It is lower.
Here we go now.
And Barney's base card is a 7.
Change that one.
Changing the 7 to another 7. Gotta play it.
Oh,
Big decision.
Let's say higher.
Higher than a 7. Yes, for the Queen.
Lower.
For the championship, lower. Yes, we have a new champion on Card Sharks. Barney Brody wins it. And Peggy, we have to say goodbye. You're leaving us with $5,100. You're a fine champion.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. Peggy Dubois. Barney, come on down here. We'll set. Cha-cha-cha. We'll set up for the money cards coming up right after this. I'll lead. Back with our champion, Barney Brody, who is already $200 richer. Our congratulations for that. And thank you. I didn't really thank you as much as I'd like to for showing your dancing. That was fun. We like that.
Oh, I have a ball doing it all the time.
Are you ready for the big money?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
And let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on, Barney. And we wish you well with the money cards. They've been shuffled and cut. Janice will start dealing them out as we give you $200 in these 3 cards on the bottom level. Move up to the second level, we'll give you another $200 and 3 more cards. Remember, your minimum bet is $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, and there you must risk at least half the money. Good luck, Barney. You're a nice gentleman. We wish you well. Here's $200. Remember, you can change your base card as you move up to each of the 3 levels, and you're starting off with a 7.
Change that. Change it.
Gotta play this one. I hope it's a good change. Oh, no, an 8. All right, you've got an 8 and $200, Barney. What are you going to do?
I bet 50 lower.
Want to go lower? $50 lower than an 8? No, it's a jack. 150 and a jack.
100 higher. 100 lower.
$100 lower than a jack. Yes, with a 5. Now you got 250.
Another, let's see. Another 100 higher.
$100, risking it higher than a 5. No, it's a 2. But a great card. That's your first really good card. As we give you the other $200 of betting money, you got $350, Barney.
300 higher.
You're going to hold a little back on that 2. $300 he wants, higher than a 2. And he's got it. $650 and a 10.
50 lower.
$50 lower than a 10. Yes, with a 5. 700.
100 higher.
$100 higher than a 5. Yes, a 6. Hey. Well, you've inched along. Now, you can change that 6 if you'd like.
Change it.
Big change with $800. Oh, another 8. Barney, you must bet at least $400. You can bet more. You've got $800. You're looking at an 8 right up the middle. What's your big bet?
I'll play the odds. 400 higher.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of face cards. Let's see one right now. $400 higher than an 8. Yes, with a king for $1,200. All right, Barney, good comeback. Way to go. You didn't get too good at cards, but you played them very well.
Played them as much as I could.
And with the $200 in the game, you've got $1,400. You're a good champion. We'll meet a new challenger right after this. Cards weren't too good, but you played them good. Got them good. Except for the 2. Why'd you hold back on? Back with our champion, Barney Brody. Talking about your dancing, you said you are the city champions, you and your wife.
Yes,
huh?
senior citizen champion for the last 3 years.
And you're a fine champion here with $1,400, Barney. Okay, Barney, here we go again. 2 brand new decks of cards and a new challenger on Card Sharks. Teresa Goodwin. Hello,
Hi.
Teresa. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Nice to meet you. Let me give Barney a hug.
Oh.
Oh, I love Barney.
I've got to learn to dance, Barney. There must be something there. Tell us about yourself, Teresa.
Okay, my name is Teresa Goodwin. I moved here to Pasadena recently from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
and I'm here to study music. Hopefully I'll attend college next fall as soon as I gain my residence. I love to write poetry and music. Someday I hope to publish some of my work.
Is that what you're interested in, music?
Yeah,
to write?
to perform. No, to perform my own stuff.
Good,
Yeah.
good. We're delighted to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Good luck. You cut the cards?
Yeah.
Then we're all set. You'll play the lower cards, the blue deck. Barney, the upper cards, the red deck. And we start the best 2 out of 3 with a question to you, Barney. We asked 100 third-grade boys in Ohio. Third-grade boys. Have you ever bitten your dentist on purpose? How many third-grade boys said yes, they have?
I have a couple of young boys myself, and I know that occasionally they felt like doing it, but I don't think too many did. I'd say about 20.
20 third-grade boys have bitten the dentist.
Okay, I'm a teacher's aide, so I work with kids, and I think that it would be a bit higher because they get real feisty. I think it would be a bit higher.
The actual number of third-grade boys who have bitten their dentist is 24. You're right, Lisa. It is a bit higher.
Okay.
And you're starting off with...
Good card. Okay, I'll go lower.
Lower than an ace. Yes, a three.
Higher.
Higher than a 3.
Freeze.
Freezing it. We move over the freeze bar, and Teresa's off to a good start. Here's your first question, Teresa. We asked 100 bachelors. When you're out with a girl, is it usually true that flattery will get you anywhere? How many bachelors said flattery will get them anywhere?
I would say that would be high because they think so. I mean, sometimes it does, but I would say that would be around 63.
63.
Yeah.
You think it works, huh, Teresa?
No, it doesn't work, but they think it does, and I think on some people it does.
I see. She says 63, Barney.
Repeat that question.
Yes,
again.
indeed. We asked 100 bachelors. When you're out with a girl, is it usually true that flattery will get you anywhere? How many bachelors said flattery will get them anywhere? She says 63 would.
I say it'd be a little bit lower.
Yeah.
I don't think that it'll get them everywhere.
Well, the actual number of bachelors who found flattery will get them anywhere is 60, just a little lower, Barney. And Barney, you start with a 5.
Change it.
You won the question. You can change it. And a king.
Hey, lower.
Lower than a king. A 10.
A 10. Freeze it.
Freeze. After due consideration, Barney will freeze. Barney, we found 100 teenage boys who are married and asked them, did you and your wife elope? How many married teenage boys did elope?
Well, today they're doing a lot of that. I've known several boys in the neighborhood, and I'd say probably about 60.
60 married teenage boys.
I would say lower. I don't think they'd elope. They just go out and get married. I mean, I would say it would be lower. Yeah.
The actual number of married teenage boys who eloped is 6. Very much lower, Teresa.
Okay.
Wow.
Change that card, please.
You want to change the 6?
Yeah.
And you get a 3.
Oh, yeah, that's a good card. Okay, I'll go higher.
Higher than a 3. Yes, a 10.
Okay, I'll freeze.
You're going to freeze.
Oh.
You were thinking about going for it.
Yeah.
Well, we're at sudden death right now. Someone has to win with this play of the cards, and you need just 1 card, Teresa, while Barney needs 3. Teresa, we asked 100 women. Have you ever put perfume on your feet? How many women said yes?
Oh, I would say that would be low because perfume on your feet, I'd say that would be 9.
9 women have put perfume on their feet.
A lot of people put perfume all over themselves. So I think it's a little higher.
Higher.
Yeah.
The actual number of women who have put perfume on their feet is 20. You're right, Barney. It's higher.
Change that one.
Now, Barney, let me explain the options to you first because it's sudden death. You have a 10. You need 3 cards. Teresa has a 10. She needs 1. You've got control. Do you want to play it or pass it?
Pass it.
You want to pass it. You're going to force Teresa to play with a 10 to call 1 card. Call it right, you've got the game. Call it wrong, it belongs to Barney.
I'll go lower. I'll go lower.
For the game.
Yeah!
Game 1 to Teresa, $100. And we'll set up for game 2. Same 2 decks of cards. Barney, how come you had her play it with just the 1 card there? Shouldn't have
I
brought that up.
gambled.
Gambled and lost. Well, he's been playing well. Let's see if he can make a comeback as we start game 2. And as Janice deals out the cards, the question to you, Barney. We asked 100 men. Now, this New Year's Eve, did you do anything that you're ashamed of? How many men admitted they did?
Oh, boy. You're recalling things of my boyhood days.
Well, we said this past New Year's Eve.
Men about 55.
55. Did something they're ashamed of.
Okay. Men go pretty wild. I would say it would be a bit higher. A bit higher.
Higher
Yes.
than that.
They should be ashamed.
G2T2 was lousy, and they should be, yes. The actual number of men who did something New Year's Eve they're ashamed of is 12. Not higher, Barney. Depends on what you're ashamed of. Barney, you're starting with a 5.
Change it.
Changing the 5 to a 6. Not a good change.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. No, a 3. Not higher, so Teresa gets a free chance to play a 4.
Okay, I'll go higher.
Higher than a 4. Yes,
Lower.
a king.
Lower.
Lower than a 4. King, a 9.
Freeze.
And Teresa needs 1 card for the championship, 2 cards for the championship, and we need to take time out for a commercial message. We're in the middle of game 2. Barney needs 4 cards. Teresa needs 2. And as we left off, the question goes to you, Teresa. We asked 100 women who have been married for 25 years or more. Last night, did your husband fall asleep in front of the television set? How many women said their husband did fall asleep?
I would say that would be high because after 25 years, the honeymoon is over, let's face it. I think that would be...
Really?
Well, so I hear. I think that would be about 45.
45. Their husband fell asleep in front of the television set, Barney.
I do that almost every night. I do it all the time. I'd say it's higher.
Even higher than that. The actual number of women whose husband fell asleep in front of the television is 47. You're right, Barney. It's higher. Always knew that would pay off for you sometime. Changing the 6 to an 8.
Oh,
Ooh.
man. Higher.
Higher than an 8, he says, and he's right with a 10.
Lower.
Gonna risk it. Lower than a 10. Yes, a 3.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. A 4.
Higher.
To tie up the match. Higher. No! And Barney loses all 4 cards back to the base card. That's the chance you take. Teresa, free chance to play off the 9.
Okay, I'll go higher.
Going against the odds, she says higher. No, it's a 7. And could not take advantage of it as Janice fills in the spaces. Barney, you were within 1 card of tying it up. Barney, we surveyed 100 new fathers. These are all men whose wives have had a child within the past 6 months. And we asked them, were you in the delivery room when your baby was born?
Oh, yeah.
How many new fathers said they were in the delivery room?
Is this right now you did this?
Yes, new fathers, children
Well,
within the last 6
becoming
months.
a very good thing that a lot of fathers are doing. I'd say probably about 40.
40 were in the delivery
I would go
room.
higher than that because of the Lamaze method and everything. I think the men want to be there and be a part of it,
You
so I'd
say
go
higher. The actual number of new fathers who were in the delivery room when their baby was born is 51. You're right,
Woo!
Teresa. It's higher.
Change that card, please.
You want to change the 9?
Yeah.
And Teresa will play a 6.
Oh, okay, I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 6. Yes, a 10.
Yeah, okay. Freeze.
Freezing it. Teresa needs 1 card. Barney needs 4 cards. This is sudden death once again. Teresa, we asked 100 lifeguards. Have you ever gone on a date with a girl you had rescued? How many lifeguards said they have?
I was a lifeguard once, and so I would say, well, not that I went on a date with a guy I rescued, but I would say that would be, I would say 34.
34 have gone out with a girl they rescued, Barney. Higher or lower?
That lifeguards?
Yes. How many?
On a date, 34. Well, I don't know. I haven't had much to do with lifeguards, but I'd say it's a little bit higher.
Higher. The actual number of lifeguards who've dated a girl they rescued is 35. Barney by 1 is higher. And again, you've got control, needing 4 cards. Teresa needs 1. Your decision. Play it or pass it, Barney. What's it going to be?
I'm going to play it.
You're going to play it yourself.
Right.
You need them all. 1 mistake,
Right.
we have a new champion.
Change the card.
And a big change for Barney, a 9. Here we go.
Lower.
Lower than a 9. Yes, a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. A jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack. No, a king. And we have a new champion in sudden death. Teresa wins it. Congratulations, Teresa. Barney Brody with $1,400. Thank you for joining us. You're a nice gentleman. Teresa, come on down, and we'll be right back after this commercial message. Way to go. Teresa Goodwin goes for the big money when next we meet on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
A representative of the studio audience will receive the Jog and Tramp, a rebound exerciser for jogging and indoor exercise, an efficient and convenient method of body exercise for young and old. The Jog and Tramp, furnished by Round Trampoline. And some of our contestants will receive Rough It, the dynamic sculpture coat. It's pre-mixed and pre-colored. Now you can create deep dramatic textures like a professional with Rough It by Z-Brick. And La Machine, the complete food preparation system from France. It's like having a chef at your side. La Machine by Molinex. And Polyglide Coat rust-proofing shield gets into seams, cracks, and crevices of your car where rusting begins. Rust-proofing protection available at new car dealers everywhere. And a gift set from new improved Breck Shampoo. Now you can see, feel, and smell what new improved Breck Shampoo does for your hair. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson-Bill Todman production.